Everyone, let's stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh. Well, good morning. Figure out how to run this thing. I've been off for a while, but I haven't been having fun, just so you know. Commissioner Rolfe has dissed us again. I don't know where he is. Brandy Spangler, off to my left here, will be running our operation, making sure it's properly recorded and that we are doing this in the right order. To my right is the birthday boy, Mr. Honorable and the Commissioner Andy Hunthausen. There's that enough respect for you there. And our representative of the legal branch, which I understand is a pretty suspicious group, Nico Hash and Keegan Shea. Yeah, there it is. And then the wildly crazy CAO, Mr. Roger Baltz. Good morning, Roger. Okay, well, there is a sign-in sheet up there in the front. And so I hope the people who are attending this morning's meeting will carefully write down their names and their contact information just in case we need to clarify anything. All right. Consent action items. Mr. Baltz, what do you have?
Thank you, Chair Payne. We don't have any consent action items today. Thank you.
Oh, well, that was easy. All right. Oh, now the fun part. Contract between Lewis and Clark County and Intermountain Heating and Air Conditioning as presented by Mr. Dustin Noel.
Good morning and thank you, Chair Payne and Commissioner. My name is Dustin Noel. I'm the shop manager for Lewis and Clark County Public Works Shop Division. And before you this morning is a contract with Intermountain Heating and Air Conditioning to install a heat and cool DX model fresh air exchange makeup air unit, otherwise known as an MAU, in the Public Works shop. Currently, the shop building does not have any fresh air coming in. All the furnaces and exhaust ventilation fans get their air needs from within the shop building. This system, the fresh air exchange makeup air unit system, will provide fresh, filtered outdoor air to replace air that has been exhausted, significantly improving indoor air quality, maintaining comfortable temperatures throughout the year, and ensuring proper air pressure balance within the shop by preventing stale air accumulation and potential backdrafting issues. This will also help to create a healthier and more comfortable environment for the mechanics and myself. This contract is for time and materials not to exceed $53,101, and work is scheduled to be completed before May 31st, 2025. Budget authority for this project is in the fiscal year 2025 shop capital improvement fund. I see there is a mistake there. It says FY26, but it is in this fiscal year's budget. Staff recommends approval of the contract with Intermountain Heating and Air Conditioning for $53,101 to be completed by May 31st, 2025, and authorize the chair to sign.
Thank you.
And I'm open for questions, of course.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Mr.
Chair Payne?
Yep.
Mr. Noel, thank you. Good explanation. I appreciate your covering this topic. I just wanted to make sure that folks out there know that this is would be considered a best practice. This is normal for a shop like this. These kinds of air exchange systems are, we've kind of been wanting one for quite a while and needing one. And this is one of those things that isn't a frill, but a normal feature for a shop like yours in the world. So
that's correct.
Right. Go ahead.
Commissioner Hunthausen, that it has been a long time coming. As you know, we have some older facilities that are still very functional. And systems like this just get us to where it's a better, cleaner environment.
Right.
That's correct.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
I just, one question I wanted, the issue about which which fiscal year this is in.
Yes, Commissioner Chair Payne,
It always
The-
confuses me because the year starts in July, and so which one is it?
it confuses me as well. You know, we're working on an FY25 budget and trying to get an FY26 budget together, so it happens to all of us. Chair Payne, it is, we did budget for some sort of a MA makeup air unit system in our budget, FY25 budget, so the current budget. And we were able to stay within that scope and that dollar amount for with this contract. And so it is already in our approved budget authority,
Okay,
current budget.
thank you, Dustin. Is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, can we have a motion?
Chair Payne, I'd move that we approve the contract between Lewis and Clark County and Intermountain Heating and Air Conditioning as presented.
Second. Is there any further comment from the commission? In that case, let's have a vote. All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. Motion passes 2-0. Thank you, Dustin.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay, we have a presentation by Ann McCauley regarding termination agreement. Ooh, how fun.
Good morning, Chair Payne, Commissioner Hunthausen. Nice to see you. Ann McCauley, Grants and Purchasing Director. Yes, so before you today is a termination agreement between Lewis and Clark County and the Montana Department of Natural Resources and Conservation. I have to say, in my decades and more career of doing grant work, this is actually the first time I've ever brought forward a 100% termination agreement. So unfortunate, but in this case, I think it was the right step to do. As you may recall, over a year ago, this commission approved putting in a grant application to the Montana Department of Natural Resources Urban and Community Forestry Program. That was a specific program that was authorized under the Inflation Reduction Act by Congress in 2023, and it was to help support the greening of communities through trees. This specific grant, there was no match requirement if it met certain eligibility requirements that Lincoln did. And it was to do a comprehensive tree plan for Hooper Park, right there in the center of Lincoln. And by comprehensive tree plan, I mean looking at all the different aspects of that park, thinking about where trees are going to have their best and most suitable long-term lifetime. It also included an irrigation plan. So with support of the Lincoln Park Board, the Blackfoot Community Council, and the Chamber, who all provided letters of support for this grant, we were pretty excited when we got awarded it in April of 2024. However, in going out and looking for a qualified contractor to do this tree plan, we came up short. So it's $11,000. It was a limited solicitation. I did send out a written solicitation to probably 7 or 8 different landscaping or architecture firms that have a landscaping arm. And while I got some initial verbal interest, I never got any of them to provide me with an actual estimate or quote. This kind of led into October, and then good intentions of get you that next Tuesday. That led into many weeks later. And then eventually we just kind of came up the deadline. DNRC came out with a second round of funding under this program. It was due January 3rd. And our intention was to have the plan to then be able to apply for the second round of funding to actually get the money to plant the trees, do the irrigation system. And by late November, we still didn't have a contractor to do the plan for us. So at that point, we made the decision to just go ahead and seek termination on this agreement. DNRC formally or verbally acknowledged that termination on December 23rd, which is the date noted in the termination agreement. We have not had any expenditures on this grant, so yeah, it's going to be kind of like it just didn't happen in this case. So yes, yeah, so unfortunate, but looking forward to doing more good work in Lincoln when the right project comes along and we can find the right contractors to do it.
Well, thank you, Anne. And this is a kind of an unusual situation. Any comment from the commission?
I do not. I guess maybe I do, Commissioner.
Of course he does.
I just to kind of back what you're saying here, that this isn't the only effort in the Lincoln area or outlying areas in general, Augusta, York, maybe somewhere, that we've had challenges finding contractors. It's hard to, a lot of times there's not a specific contractor that does that work in the community. So someone would have to come from Helena or Missoula or Great Falls or something like that to do the work. And often these organizations just don't respond to some of these solicitations. And thus it's challenging to get a contractor. And that's kind of what happened in this case, right?
Yes, Chair Payne, Commissioner Hunthausen. As I understand in talking to others, that is an issue in some of these smaller outlying communities. Yeah, the nearest firm I was able to contact was in Sealy Lake, and this is also their busy time for landscapers. And then they go into blowing out sprinkler systems, and then they go into their snow shoveling business. So I think that's exactly what happened. Was it was a little beyond the reach of some of the vendors that provide these services.
Okay. Is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, can I have a motion, please?
Chair Payne, I would move that we approve the grant termination agreement between Lewis and Clark County and the Montana Department of Natural Resources and Conservation as presented by Ms. McCauley.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say same sign. Motion passes 2-0. Okay, well, now for this fun and frolic, is there any more further public comment on any matter within the jurisdiction of the commission that is not on the agenda above? Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.